Hi everyone, I'm Dmitry. This is my first video blog. In this video I'm going to present the process of airbag system in action. And I'd like to start with the American proverb that says a tree never hits an automobile except in self-defense. So, in order to get ready for the punch, you have to have something in this case, right? And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. You've probably seen the airbag inscription while sitting in the car. It's written on the front panel or somewhere else. But have you ever been used about how it actually works? According to a review of airbag test and analysis in the International Journal of Crashworthiness, first airbags have been under construction in the late 40s, when they had been first manufactured and investigated by automobile engineers. The first airbag to be installed in 1971 in the Ford model, followed by General Motors offering the frontal airbag as an optional extra between 1974 and 1976. In 1980s, airbags have been mass-produced, and at last, in 1990s, they have been accepted as an effective supplemental restraining system along with seat belts. The job of a seat belt is just to hold driver in place. However, they have some slacks in them, and our bodies tend to move forward somewhat in a crash. This is where airbag comes in. Mahmoud and Al-Rubani in their paper A New Decision-Making Algorithm of Airbag Control state that normally the airbag is deployed if the collision force is equivalent to a frontal collision with a stationary barrier at a speed of 14 miles per hour, or when one car hits another stationary car at a speed of 28 miles per hour or higher. The time of full airbag deployment varies between 21 and 27 milliseconds. This means that it's already fully deployed before your body ever launches forward. The idea is for the airbag to be deployed so fast that it's fully inflated before your body is even thrown forward. Then, as you fall into the bag, it should have already started to deflate, slowing you down and cushioning you. So now I'm going to explain the stages of airbag system and talk about three parts of airbag system: the bag itself, the sensor, and the inflation system, and how those activated together in the case of a crash. So the first part, the bag itself, is made of a thin nylon material which is folded into the steering wheel, dashboard, or more recently the seat or door. The second part is the sensor. Most of the present models use electrical sensors which work on electromechanical mechanism, and I'll explain how it works in a minute. Basically, electrical sensors use electromechanical ball and tube mechanism, which consists of a small tube, electric magnet, and the ball, which is held with a magnet. If a collision occurs, the ball is moved from the magnet and rolls forward in the tube, hitting the switch and completing the circuit. But in order to understand this process, it's essential to realize laws of motion, laws of physics, when you get in the crash, right? Suppose your car is moving at a speed of 30 miles per hour, so thus your body traveling at the same speed, right? But at the moment when the car hits the wall and suddenly stops, your body, not being a part of a car, still traveling the same speed. So does the ball inside the tube. When car hits the wall, so does this, the sensor itself. It stops. However, the ball still moves at the same speed, 30 miles per hour, completing this, hitting the switch and completing the circuit. When it happens, the control model determines that we do have a true crash and send impulse to the igniter. Igniter is one of the main parts of inflation system, which I will be talking about in a minute. Uh, Igniter is a small unit, a small electrical unit which has a tiny bridge wire inside it. When current travels this wire, extreme resistance causes it to overheat and igniting the airbag propellant. The airbag propellant is sodium acid, the same type of fuel which used to send rockets into space. Sodium acid is a rapidly burning fuel that that puts off extreme amounts of nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas is then fills the bag, passes through filters, and fills the bag. Once the bag is already filled, you fall into the bag. It should have already started to deflate. The nitrogen escapes through tiny holes inside the bag, and at the same time, the shape of the bag is distributing your weight over a wide area, softening and cushioning your impact. So those three filters, sodium acid and igniter, comprise the inflation system. So in this video I explained to you the process of how airbag system works in the case of a crash, and I hope you gained a better understanding of this complicated process. Thank you very much for your attention. Subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Goodbye.